will win. Here with me now, CPAC Chairman Matt Schlapp and radio show host and former aide to Chuck Schumer, Chris Hahn. Thanks, guys, for being here. All right, what do you say, guys? For the safety or for the sake of our country, we will win. Matt?
Yeah, I think the politics of this, and don't mistake the fact that there are politics involved in this, even though it's a federal judge that has stopped the implementation of this order. The politics are terrible because, literally the whole reason for the Trump executive order and for this temporary review is so that we don't have terrorists come to this country. I pray to God that nothing happens during this period of time.
Chris,
I
what
pray
do you
to God
say?
we're safe.
Well, I say hallelujah for an independent judiciary. This man was appointed by George W. Bush, and he's doing his job. As for the president's ban on its merits, look, he said he was going to do it. He's trying to do it. I think he's being misserved by his staff because it was implemented in a very chaotic way that may have flouted our Constitution.
All right, let
so
me
he
ask
needs
you,
to go back to his staff,
Chris,
and he needs to demand his staff give him answers.
Chris.
Yes.
Well, the only chaos were the people and the protesters stopping ordinary travelers from getting to the gates.
Well, don't you think it's
Everybody got
chaotic?
in. Come on.
Don't you think it's chaotic? People with green cards in the air being harassed at an airport.
Being harassed?
And people at the
They
airport.
weren't harassed.
People
There's not,
at the
wait a minute,
airport
Chris,
not really knowing.
Chris, do you know how many Americans have to wait in line to get on an airplane?
Right. Yeah, this is getting off an airplane, Judge. It's a little different.
What,
People want
really?
to get home.
They don't have the right to be here to begin with. They are not American citizens.
Your Honor,
let's understand that.
But aren't we?
Your Honor, if this was implemented correctly, there would have been none of the chaos.
Oh, so you don't have a problem with the ban? You don't have a problem with the ban? You have a problem with the implementation?
I have a big problem with the ban, but I have a bigger problem with the way it was implemented.
Go ahead,
Look,
Matt.
he got elected president. He said he would do this.
I think let's look at what this was. There are 7 countries. They're called the T7 in commercial circles because it is very hard, almost impossible, to do business in these countries because terrorism is laced in the whole fabric of society, and they are a huge problem. And the policy simply says that what happens on the commercial side of things should be reflected in our immigration policy. And for those who actually disagree with this, what they're actually saying is it's okay to have a certain quota of jihadists in our country, and that is absurd, and the American people spoke loud and clear.
Nobody believes that.
They're tired of
Nobody
that.
believes that.
Chris, if it is a Muslim ban, and if it is based on religion, why just these 7 countries? Why not all of them?
I don't know. I think that's a good question.
So then you have to say it's not a religious ban.
You know what? You know what? We don't know all the answers because this is so poorly
and neither does that
implemented.
judge.
And quite frankly, the president's staff should have called the Department of Homeland Security before they called the press about this ban.
Hey, you know what, guys? I worked 4 years in a White House. It's always woulda, coulda, shoulda. You could always do it a little bit better, but it's the policy that matters.
Your White House implemented things. I didn't always agree with their policies, but they implemented them correctly.
Chris, what is the irreparable harm that Minnesota is going to suffer, that this judge, who actually spouts off about Black Lives Matter, he's a community activist, what does he think he knows that he puts himself on a level with a president where none of these cases has ever succeeded?
Judge, look, the difference between God and a federal district court judge is God doesn't think he's a federal district court judge. So let's leave it at that. This judge can opine on anything he wants. That's the beauty of an independent judiciary in America. Hallelujah. It's a co-equal branch of government, and he's doing his job.
Oh, really? You're going to put a local federal district court judge on par with classified information and the president?
No, I am not. I am not going to do that, but the Constitution does. I don't do what the Constitution does.
The Constitution talks about 3 different branches, separate but equal.
Right.
This guy... He didn't even have any information for the temporary restraining order, other than the state of Minnesota is going to suffer. Really? What? So let's move on. Let's talk about Iran. You worried about Iran, Matt?
Absolutely. I think this is a great change in policy with the new administration. Iran has been the leading terror state on the globe, and I think it is the exact right thing to do to not look the other way when Iran is increasing with its aggressive military
Chris,
stance.
what do you think the president should do now that Iran has started with these ballistic missile shots?
I think he absolutely should increase sanctions, and I think he should do it right away. I agree. Look, again, I don't like General Flynn coming out and issuing a vague statement. I think presidential statements and statements from the administration should be crystal clear. But I do believe that some sanctions are needed here.
Crystal clear, just like with President Obama. Boy, he had such clarity. I sure missed that.
All right, guys. Matt Schlapp, Chris Hahn.